The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki.
Hello, here I am. Welcome to the show. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. Same crew as we had yesterday. My mom, Brian, Noah. What's going on with your eye?
Just winking at you.
That was not a wink. That was a stroke.
That was. Maybe it's. Yeah, maybe it is.
I liked it though. Can you wink?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't.
Wow.
You can close both eyes and then open one. But yeah, no, it's too much. It has to be subtle.
Okay, I can't do it.
Like if you're just like,
Is that
I
a
can't
wink?
really do it either. I'm a little insecure about my own. So I think that's
yeah.
why I'm
I'm
making
never
fun of
going
you
to
so
try it
hard.
again in front of you.
Allie
I
also
gotta do it
can't wink.
No,
here.
I won't ever make fun of you again. You can't wink either? Or
Allie
blink?
can't.
Allie can't wink? That's
No.
cute.
Yeah, yeah.
God, when she does it, it looks
Well, it's
cool.
cute when she does
when
it.
you do it, there's a
It's a
problem.
stroke.
Yeah. it's a
Neurological.
Yes, that was the word I was thinking.
Firing.
Okay, Noah's pregnant. We announced it on last
Yes.
night's show. But then her mic cut out as soon as she was getting into
Weird.
how
The
she's treated
medical.
differently as a woman over 40 being pregnant.
Right.
So those of you who didn't maybe hear yesterday's episode, she's 5 months pregnant,
Yes.
24 weeks.
Mhm. And for some reason, she
and-
was silenced for discussing her pregnancy.
Yeah.
What is that about?
You're so cool about it. Like I always forget you're pregnant because you don't seem to like talk about it at all. What can you give us like the highlights, the lowlights, like what you didn't expect, what you did expect, what you like what you're excited about, what you're dreading, like everything, things we wouldn't.
Jeez.
Well,
So,
I'm
like,
excited.
Yeah, just go.
I'm excited about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely waiting didn't really bring up all those fears that you talked about at the end of last episode with like my hole ripping. Am I ready for this? I'm gonna have to push this thing out. Like I don't really see it like that. I see it as, wow, my body was able to create something. It wasn't easy. You know, it was a process to get here, but it did it, and I'm proud of myself for it. And I'm excited. I'm not scared of
Drop
anything.
that pride, girl. If you learned nothing from yesterday's episode, you could be thankful for yourself for doing it, but you can't
Yes,
be
I'm
proud.
thankful.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
No, you are
thankful.
proud. Yeah.
I'm thankful. And let's see. What I really like about it is that my boobs are huge. First time in my life I have cleavage.
And will they
Wow.
stay big? Is there a dumb
I mean,
man
I don't
question?
know.
As long as she
we'll have
nurses.
to find out.
Why did I just? That's the only question I have. Will those stay big?
Boobies. Those boobies.
Will they?
No,
Wait,
but do they
don't-
go down
don't-
immediately,
They
or
go
what?
down.
They go down
After you're done
you stop
nursing.
nursing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How long does that
Okay.
last?
Well, as long as you nurse.
What have you found about having big boobs? Like, what's it like? Like never having them, and now you do have them. Like,
She has to get a new bra.
yeah, new
Oh,
bras.
yeah. And I've been waiting on that because I don't want to spend the money on it. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
let's see. I learned that most of my shirts are not V-neck, like don't show off cleavage because I never had cleavage to show off.
Mm.
Even if you do, though, like showing off cleavage is distracting for people. And sometimes when I have had cleavage, I don't want it to be out. Like women that just have a line of cleavage. I know some women can't help it. So if you wear any kind of V-neck,
Right.
I would just find it hard to get through the day and have people not. I don't want to distract people. That's me
Uh-huh.
being like, oh, poor men. They can't handle themselves around my tits. And I want them to be able to focus. But I grew up going to a middle school who forbid women to wear tank tops because we were distracting to boys.
You wore tank tops.
Yeah, in Rebellion, I was the only one that showed up the next day.
Oh, I
with
remember
a tank
that.
top.
Yeah.
It was the only time I've ever rebelled.
Wow. I
And
didn't know you were doing some
All
rebelling.
the girls were gonna wear tank tops because we were like, this is stupid. We can't wear tank tops because boys are distracted.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And
That's weird.
I
and
never
no
knew
one
that.
else wore one. The next
Oh
day
my
I did, and I
God.
thank God I brought a sweater and I put it on over it.
You
But
showed up for the revolution alone.
and then all the boys were able to get A's on that test that day because before,
They were so distracted.
yeah, they were distracted by my B's.
Mm.
But are you are they getting in the way? Are you feeling like is
Well,
your husband
now-
like so like
Okay, so now because my stomach is starting to protrude, sometimes like if I don't wear a bra, like my boobs will stick to my stomach, which is something that
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
really
Oh,
experienced
So you've
before.
been a woman that doesn't need a bra, like what you like being braless because it doesn't change anything really. Because I think
unless-
women with weighty boobs like bras because it keeps the tit from laying on our
Right,
stomach, which is an
right.
annoying feeling. Not that I have big tits or anything right now. They're pretty small. In fact, a girl after a show the other day said, "Thanks for representing girls with small boobs."
Oh my God.
Nice.
Huh? You don't have small
I was like,
boobs.
"Excuse me?
Eh?
Do you think
Do you want
Pilates
to
are
come see
affecting
me
your
get
boobs?
right hand?" No. But when you're thinner, like I've lost a little bit of weight due to anxiety, and I think it sucks out of your tits pretty fast.
Uh-huh.
And then when you gain weight, you put it in. Some people put it in their boobs, but yeah. So I think maybe it's that. But yeah, and age, you just lose like voluminousness. But are you going to be sad to see these tits go?
I don't know. I mean, I'm
She just got him, for God's sakes.
I'm just thinking. I mean,
She's just getting used to him, Nikki.
and I'm already taking them away from her.
I
And like,
know. How are you going to feel when they're gone?
yeah, you have this
No.
baby and no tits. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, what's
terrible.
that life
Postpartum
like?
tit depression.
Yeah,
But you know what I don't like? I realized that because when I was going into this and stuff, like everyone's like, oh yeah, your body doesn't become yours anymore and all that stuff. And
Mhm.
while I can see where people come from when they say that, I don't really feel that. Like I don't feel this thing taking over my body and it's no longer mine. It's like,
But you did see a picture of yourself from behind where you were like horrified and you didn't
Yes.
recognize yourself. Did you feel in that way? Like, oh, I have no control over, like, was that a moment for you of like, what's happening to my body? I hate
but
this.
it wasn't. It was just like I didn't recognize myself, which was really hard. It was basically we went to Sedona and Avi took a picture of me walking on like Red Rock, and it was a picture from behind. I didn't have my coat on. I could see my butt, and I was really disheveled that day. I just didn't give a shit what I looked like, and I just looked like a cow grazing the Sedona
No,
Hills.
it didn't. I saw the picture and it was not
I'm
that bad, but it
sure.
was like
Yeah,
her legs
and
were
there's
together
no
in it, and
cows
so
out
it
there
didn't.
anyway, so
Yeah, there's nothing to graze
impossible.
on. But yeah, so you don't relate to the thing of like your body's being taken from you. Is it weird? And this is me just being so vapid and vain.
That's fine.
I would really worry about my stomach stretching out. Like I would try to suck in all the time so that my stomach skin isn't stretching out, so
That's
that I'm not
interesting.
left with something
I-
that I have to get a mommy
I
makeover
am
and go to
so-
doctor, whatever
I'm
it is.
so with you. So I used to work in a health food store, and there were these women that would come in, and there was this oil that they would buy. It was called Mother's Special Blend. And they would talk about how it would leave no stretch marks. So when I was 19, I heard this and I bookmarked it for like now, like, oh, I always have to have like an oily stomach and stuff. So I'm all about
You're
that.
lathering up all the time.
Yeah.
But can you
Okay.
see it? Can you be like, it's like,
No.
when did you first see your stomach stick out where you're like, oh my God, this isn't just me being full? Because I think we all can look about 3 months pregnant if we eat a really big meal and just descend
Yes.
our stomach. You can kind of get there and see what it would be like. Was there one morning where you were like, oh, it's here? Does it like drop at one point?
I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 weeks in you just feel like you're holding in a fart like forever. And it's just
Oh,
like not
no.
coming out.
Oh.
And I realized it, but it was like where it was underneath my belly button. It was like in the fupa area. And I was like, wow, this is kind of big. It looks like I ate a huge meal. And I'm like, isn't it too early to show anything? And then it gradually moves up.
Oh,
So
wow.
now,
Okay.
I mean, now
like a
it's
fart
where my belly
bubble.
is.
Like they travel around your
So
stomach.
when you give
Except it
birth,
never
it's
comes
like just a
out.
fart?
Mhm.
it's just
Yeah.
a giant fart. I don't know.
But
I'll
when
let
you
know.
fart, do you feel relief? Like you must be gassed up.
I don't feel relief because I constantly feel like, oh, there's a fart trapped in there, and it's not going away yet. It'll
Do you
probably
wanna
go away
eat
after
all the time? Are you having weird cravings? I don't know. I had a grr when I said cravings, but it felt right.
You know what?
Cravings.
It's like week by week. It's not like they make it out on TV where you want like pickles and chocolate ice cream, weird things. It's just like this week, I just want peanut butter all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what
Um,
is this week for you? What are you on?
That's it. I told Brian before the show I'm eating green apples with peanut butter. That's my thing this week.
Yeah.
That's like all you want for every meal?
It's what I want between every meal.
You got to feed
Oh,
your
okay.
After
babies
a
that
meal.
peanut butter because then they won't get a peanut allergy when they're.
There you
You got to
go.
expose
is
it to
that
them
what's-
early. Well, I've heard different things, but the latest, my thinking on it is that the reason why there's so many peanut allergies these days is because everyone is avoiding giving their children peanuts and just in case they have a peanut allergy. And it's like, well, now they're not exposed to it. So then when they do get exposed to peanuts for the first time, when they go to kindergarten, they have a reaction. My theory.
Well, that's
I'm
what I
not a
always
doctor.
think about when people on planes are wiping down every surface, and I'm just like
Licking
not
it.
doing, like laying my face on the tray table,
Right.
dropping food on the
Drooling.
ground, eating, brushing it, goes going, and then eating it still. I go like, is this working for you? Like, are you doing this because you get sick, or do you get sick because you do this all the time?
They probably get sick.
Because
And now they're
I
freaked
don't
out. They've
get
been
sick. Really.
Yeah, me neither.
And
Me neither.
I'm pretty disgusting. And we've talked about this before, but I just sometimes the thing that you're avoiding is the thing that will get you. And there's just was a study that came out recently. It was in like the headlines last week about people that are so scared of getting sick, get sick more.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And maybe that's because they know their disposition and they know that they're more likely to get sick. So therefore it could be,
I
or
also have
it
a
might be
feeling that
mental, the thing
sometimes
that
you
you're
might
scared
be
of.
sick and you don't even notice.
Me?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
sometimes
I
you
think
might.
that's true,
What
too.
someone else might say, "I'm sick. I need to take a day off." You might just like breeze through the day without even being like, "Okay, I guess I
Yeah,
was
you
sick."
just don't. You
I
don't
don't
get
think
the
so.
same effects.
Because I've felt the same effects. I've had strep throat before. I've had I've had migraines before. Like I know pain, and I know, but I also know when a sniffle. I would think there's no one in the world who would take off work because you have a sniffle. That's insane.
Oh, I think there are people that would.
That just like are just a little bit like I can understand if your head feels like it's like the pressure and you can't walk and you can't think straight. But if you're just having sinus drippage, go to work. Come on.
Yeah.
If you need a break, you need a break. Like I won't steal that from you, but don't make it about your sniffles. You just need a break. Like that's not a reason to take off work. But I do think if you have even a slight headache, you should be able to have months off of work. I think a headache, no one should be able to be expected to function on them. They should be a get out of work free card. Any kind of tension headache. Headaches, I think, are the worst pain
Oh my
ever.
God. I have a
And
headache
also
every
a
day.
throat pain. I know, Brian.
Yeah,
that's
me
why
too.
I'm like, I feel bad
too.
asking you to do anything. Headaches are the worst. I have so
I
much
just
empathy.
take aspirin and it goes right away.
Well, then what are we dealing with? What are we talking
I
about?
like how
I'd
Julie
probably
says aspirin.
Aspirin.
But why don't
Aspirin.
you everyone take aspirin then? Why don't you always take aspirin?
I do.
Because sometimes you just fight
I
through
take it every day.
every day.
Almost every day.
Why do you think
And
you
that's
get
good for
headaches? Have
you.
you
It's
gone to the
si-
doctor?
It's sinus stuff.
Why don't you do sinus?
I don't
stuff?
know. I don't know.
I have some Flonase in the other room.
I know. I need to just go buy some.
That's what you're getting headaches from? Is it
Probably sinus.
okay?
You
Yeah.
can't do Flonase
Yeah.
every day. It's a steroid, and it'll kill you.
Oh, no. I need to do like a antihistamine or
My
something.
sister told me that Flonase or like those like antihistamine nasal sprays are good for your bags under your eyes.
That's
Really?
another reason I should do it.
I can't believe that to be true.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
gonna-
get it for that, and it hasn't changed anything. So please don't rush out and buy thinking your bags are going to go away, girls.
Well,
There's
it's
nothing
working
that
for her.
it is.
Yeah, she didn't have any bags under her eyes.
She's never had bags.
She didn't.
When she's tired, she has bags.
Yeah.
I think it's just she's
She's
getting
always
more
tired,
sleep
though.
because she's having
Yeah, the
less
cure for
sniffles.
bags is sleeping. That's the only thing that works. Those
Oh,
creams,
yeah.
those creams are
Or
bullshit.
surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or-
creams do not work.
I
I've
don't
never
think
tried
there's ever
Preparation
been a
H, though,
cream that has ever done anything
that works.
Yeah. Name a cream
I
that's
would
ever done
kind of
anything.
agree with you.
Yeah, maybe
Then why do you
hydrocortisone.
subscribe to those creams?
Because I like the feeling of having moisturized skin.
Oh.
And I do
Mm.
believe it. My plant squalane stuff I use, I would seriously, it's the number one thing I can't live without. All of you, I would just goodbye if it meant that is I can't even function without that.
What
I
is
don't-
it? Plant?
It's just plant squalane. It's the ordinary 100%
Oh,
plant
ordinary.
squalane. I bought
Gotcha.
it for you. You have it.
I
in
What
you.
is
use
it? What does that
all
do?
of my ordinary.
Plant
It
squalane?
keeps you moisturized. It just keeps you
It's the
moisturized all
serum,
day.
right?
It's the only moisturizer that has ever worked beyond 15 minutes on my face. Every other moisturizer that everyone uses, they get absorbed right. My skin sucks it up and it's dry again. I don't get it. But this stuff actually stays on your face all night long. It doesn't stain your sheets. It's incredible. I cannot believe everyone doesn't use it. I'm mystified. And it's $7 a bottle.
Yeah. So,
It's insane. You
Yeah.
can get it at Target. Don't
Well,
get the
that's
heavy
why.
squalene, get the 100%. It's so good. But I
The
got
real
Botox.
solution for everything, if it doesn't
Yeah.
cost enough money, then no one will know about it because no one's profiting enough off of it.
Oh.
Just keep pushing it,
$7
Nikki.
a bottle, it lasts forever. No one's going to make a commercial for
For
that.
a while, I was gatekeeping it because I didn't want it to sell out everywhere. Now I don't care because I'm baffled that the people I have shared it with don't continue it. Because once I found this stuff, I was like, I'll never use anything else. It doesn't matter what face wash I use. I don't use a night cream. I don't use an eye cream. I just use this stuff. You can use it as lube. I've talked about it a million times.
You use it just in the morning.
Lube? No, I use it in the morning and night. It's my night. It's my night cream. When we don't have
Yeah.
lube, I'll use it as lube because it's just plant squalene. There's nothing else in it. It's one ingredient. It's really clean. It's slick. It feels oily, but it's not oil. It's amazing. I can't fathom why you would do anything else. I've tried other stuff because people go swear by it, and I spent $80 on this thing and this balm and this ceramides, and these doctors just sent me this like $500 skincare cream, 2 creams, $500 for the whole set. I didn't pay
The
for it.
one that we opened together?
No, a different one,
Oh.
and it was $500, and I've been using
I'm
it.
using that one.
But I don't know what it's supposed to, it drives me out. I don't get it. But I did get Botox last week and I'm very excited about the
Looks
results. They haven't
good.
come in yet.
Okay.
They
They're
haven't-
just coming in. We're just getting the results.
Where'd you get it?
Oh,
Because
are
it
we?
takes 7 to 10 days.
Oh.
I got it at Nyack in St. Louis, which is
No,
my
like,
favorite
where on
place
your
to go.
face?
That's a better question, I guess. I was like, why is he asking where I'm going in St. Louis to get my Botox? I got it in my chin.
Mm.
And then I got it in my, like, here. I don't know, like, in
What do
the-
they call
I
those
don't
lines?
even, like, where it would dribble down if you were like, and water was
Yeah.
coming out of the sides of your
Frown
mouth. Frown
That's
lines,
gotta be
yeah.
the frown lines.
Okay.
So this, if you take this, if you freeze this gets shot up. Like it just it gives the appearance that this raises. All I'm trying to do is raise this area of my face, and I was told that unhooking the tendon, the stretch that's pulling these down will just do the optical illusion of pulling your face up. We'll see. It hasn't taken shape yet. It hasn't started yet. I haven't felt it. I'm just starting to feel the like kind of numbness around here. And then I got my mandibles here because I clench my jaws a lot. So this muscle is kind of being taken out.
Masseter.
And then I got masseter, yes. And then I got that's what I meant to say. And then
Lip curl.
lip flip.
Lip flip. Lip flip.
Mm.
Yeah. And that I've done that a bunch.
Actually,
and I
I
love
can
that.
see that on you right now.
Oh, busted. It's a little bit. Are you saying you like it? Or
No,
you're
no,
just
no.
saying,
I like it. I'm
Oh.
just saying I can see. I know when you got this done. I saw you the day you got it done. And you say it hasn't taken effect, but I can see it right now.
it's still coming out. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. This stuff is exciting because it's risky. And you're like, am I going to like this? And it's like, we'll see, baby.
Doesn't it hurt?
Getting it in?
Yes.
Not really.
Oh,
Mm.
A little bit.
And how long
Mom-
is it going to
Mom had-
last?
well, I did it with you. That
Well,
one
it
day.
depends on how fast you metabolize it. But Botox for me, I used to be able to keep it in my face for, I would say, like 6 months, and now it's probably 3 months. Like you get older and it uses up quicker. But I love going and getting this stuff done because it feels like, oh my God, I'm kind of bad. Like this could go really wrong. Like I like the inherent risk of it.
Wow.
But I don't feel a risk because I trust my girl so much.
Yeah. You
Shout out
love
Jen
her.
Jones. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you get
we're gonna
Botox
go
enough,
break.
then eventually won't the muscles just stop? You won't need to get
That's
it
why
anymore?
I get different sections. Like I trick my face. It's like confusion. I don't just keep muting these same areas because you want to be able to express yourself. And that's why, but I just like to, it might really fuck up my face and look really weird. I'll own it. We'll address it.
It'll go away though.
and then it'll eventually go away.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
permanent.
Where does it go?
Where does what go?
The shot.
Into the muscle.
I know. And then what? It just
gets metabolized and
Doctor?
you piss it out.
You're going to
Yeah.
get cut off if you talk about any of the doctor stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
you're gonna
know
mute
what
your
it
mic.
does. I don't know where it goes.
Your body eats
But-
it in essence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it goes into your body and it's probably not good.
Or really,
I
it's
mean,
probably more like your
nothing's
immune
good.
system fights it off and then gets rid of it through your urine because
it's
is
a toxin.
It's a toxin, yeah.
Yeah.
But so is the spray tans. So is makeup. Do you know there's none of our makeup is regulated
Natural.
by the FDA.
Oh,
None of
you're
it.
Kidding me.
None.
Yeah.
They can
Wow.
put anything on our face and sell it to us, and there's no regulation
Why is that?
because
The makeup industry.
they don't care about width. Oh, they just cut me off. I'm just kidding. I was making a joke. It goes mute again. Okay, we have to go to break. We'll be back with more after this. So Noah's pregnant, and also,
Woohoo!
you're so chill about it.
I
just
know.
would be like,
no, we're going to talk about
what do you
it.
think I should be like? Like what?
I
what
guess
am
I would
doing
be
wrong?
like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to be responsible for a human. I can't
Wait.
I can't take this back.
Have you gotten sick at all? Did you have morning sickness?
I have had such a wonderful pregnancy so far. I'm in my
Nice.
second trimester. I have thrown up and gotten sick. It's not that I haven't, but
That was New Year's
I
Eve.
could-
She was wasted.
I was
Well, that's
drinking
good.
heavily.
You won't get sick then. I guarantee you. If you haven't yet, you've
Yeah,
only
it
gotten
was
sick
just-
once. You gotten sick once, you said?
I've gotten sick maybe like 7 times, I would say.
That's a lot.
That's kind of a lot. That's like
That
a
feels
week
like
but
a
it's
lot.
not. It's not. It's not.
compared
Because
to
it's just like,
what it could be.
there are some women who have it through their whole pregnancy.
Yes,
God.
Schumer did.
Oh,
That was
Mhm.
that documentary where she covered that. That's looked rough, man.
Mm.
Oh boy. Yeah. I guess I would be stressed out about. I have to take care of a human for the rest of my life. Like I've never once had
some
on the-
people want to, Nikki.
Well,
I
we
understand
have
that, but-
to. It's a we thing for
yeah,
me,
it's
at least.
we. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but we all know moms do more. It's like I get that, but I'm just saying I'm not saying it's something that you should be stressed out about. I have never undertaken something that I won't have an end date.
Mhm.
I've never committed to something that doesn't have an end date in my life. I don't I don't know of anything that I could even my career maybe, but that's always going to go in different. I can give it up at any time. Like I could try other things. I've never signed up for something that is about to start in 4 months. That will be the rest of my life. I would be stressed out about that. But there's no point in being stressed out because it just is the way it is.
Well, guess what? This was planned for Noah.
Well, I know. I just can't understand wanting that. Like, I would be, even if it was something I wanted, like a yacht. Someone was like, you have to
I can
keep
help
this for
you
the
out
next
with that.
18 years. I'd be like, oh, this yacht. I'm scared. Like, what am I going to do with it if I
How
decide
am
I
I
don't
going to
like
send
it?
this yacht to college?
You know? Yeah.
I think it's so common. A lot of people think that. And I remember when I first started dating Avi, we would talk about having children and stuff and how, like we were not ready for it or whatever. But he thought similar to you. It's going to impair his traveling. It's going to, never going to sleep. It's going to be something that like cannibalizes his life. And I was talking to my therapist about it and she's like, yeah, you can look at it that way, but you can also look at it as new opportunities, new adventures, pushing yourself outside of the box to try different things and things that I probably can't even think of because I've never had a child before.
Yes. You're saying yes to a whole life that you're saying
I don't
no to
even
a
know
lot
what
of
it is.
things.
That's
Probably,
all
but
a mystery, but it's going to be all fun and just she's going to
Your
love
life's
it.
going to change.
Yeah.
You're going to be a
No,
different person. That's what my brother says is like, or some of my friends say, it's
Yeah.
just, you're just different. Your life is different. Your life has changed. What you wanted prior to the child is not what you want after the child.
I call bullshit. On that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
always
don't know
says
about
that. But then everyone still is, I mean, Lisa Traeger has a joke about it. She's like, all these women have babies and they're like, I've changed. And she's like, I think you're still an anorexic bitch. Like you still care about being skinny. You still care about your ring light and looking cute on Instagram. You still care about the likes. You still care about having a beautiful home, which everyone's going to, you still care what people think. You haven't evolved. You haven't changed that much. I understand. Definitely you change as a human when you have a kid. There's no question about it. Too many people say that they do, but it's not in that way. You don't become an inherently better person because you have a child.
No, it's not
I
better. I
just-
didn't say better.
Well, it sounds like the way they talk about it, it's romantic. Like before I didn't even know what I was doing. And now my life, before without like, there is an implied, and I'm sorry to get defensive about this. There's an implied thing of like, if you don't do it, you'll never know. And that's so sad.
No,
it's
I
just
think
different.
having a
Yeah.
I think it's just a new addition.
Maybe I'm getting defensive. Yes.
And you are getting defensive. I mean,
It shouldn't be like a judgmental thing on either side, whether you choose to have kids or not.
Right.
I respect people who choose not to have kids because of their lifestyle and they know it'll put a child in the, like not the best environment to grow up in. I can respect people who choose not to do that. And I respect people who want to have families too.
Me
I don't
too.
know. I don't really see it as a judgmental thing.
Yeah, I guess I'm just constantly comparing my own experience, and I'm just still frustrated by why I don't want this thing that everyone that I know.
No,
loves and
I'm
wants.
proud of you for standing up to that.
Yeah, stand up for your
And
rights.
I'm not standing up to anything.
Yes,
I'm
you
just
are. You're
terrified.
like,
Fight, Nikki.
cannot
Fight
have
the
a
power.
child.
I feel
You're
the
going
same
against
way
the
about when
grain.
my friends all started kissing boys, and it was this thing that like I know I'm gonna have to do, but like I
Right.
don't want to fucking do that at all. It's terrifying. What if I'm bad at it?
I felt
What
the
if-
same way.
Or like going to haunted houses. All my friends want to go to Silo X, and I'm like, why
No.
don't I want to do this? Why
Yeah.
would I want to be scared?
No.
Why would I want to take on something that's hard? Like and I understand that I go on stage and talk in front of people, and to most people, that's the most scary thing ever, and they could never do that. But this is a thing. This isn't talking on stage in front of people. This is something that most people want.
Mhm.
And why don't? That's where I get
Why
upset.
don't
is like,
you want
what? Why don't I like this thing that or want this thing that everyone seems to want? I just still can't, and I've struggled with it on
Maybe
this
you'll want
podcast
it
for
next year.
years.
Yeah, maybe
you
you'll
just
want
don't
it
want
next
now.
year.
I didn't want it until I don't know, like 38 or something.
Really? Okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
30. I am going to be 38 next year because I'm going backwards. I'm going to start taking away numbers.
start
You're
going
going to be your
down.
sister's age.
Yeah, Lauren just turned 38 2 days
Yeah,
ago.
I
Wow.
know.
That's true. I got her a good birthday gift.
Did you?
Can I say what I got?
Yeah.
I got her Cozy Earth sheets, which we are doing ads for on the show, but they sent me
Oh.
some. I'm not joking you.
Oh, that's
This is
so
not an ad.
sweet.
They didn't pay for this, so you're welcome, Cozy Earth. I have never been someone, and this is another thing on the podcast I've talked about. I don't feel like a real woman because I don't appreciate sheets and
Mhm.
linens and bullshit like that. This changed everything for me. I am
You're
so
kidding.
obsessed with these Cozy Earth sheets. It's
Oh
you're
my
sleeping
gosh.
in like a silky. I can't even believe how much I love these sheets. I can't.
Oh my
I've never
God.
loved sheets before. I don't care. They're all the same to me. I know like kind of the difference between like you're staying at a Ramada Inn or you're staying at I almost said a
Heavenly
Hilton.
bed. And
Yes,
all
I
that.
know.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I know when it's nice. These are so next level nice.
Are they cotton?
Wow.
Yeah, they're cotton, but like they've got a silkiness to them. I'll show you.
I mean,
I
are
have
they
them on my bed right now.
100% cotton?
I believe I don't know. You'd have to look.
Might be a blend.
It's probably a blend, which I know is not ideal, but I'm so glad there's a blend because it is. I don't want the sheet to be anything other than what it is.
Wow.
I'm
Mhm.
obsessed.
I've never
with
heard
these.
you talk about sheets.
Wait till you feel
Yeah.
my sheets in the other room.
Yeah, I can't wait.
They had them at Sarah Lena's bed, and that's what I talked to for the ad. Is like because they hadn't sent them to me yet, and so I was talking about Sarah Lena's bed that she had them on, and I remember being like, "Wow!" But I think I didn't really revel in them until I got them myself,
Uh-huh.
and I'm
They're
obsessed.
bamboo viscose.
It's
Yeah.
Oh,
Next-
that's
they're Oprah's favorite sheets.
Mhm.
Oh,
They're on her list of favorite things every year. I
So-
didn't even use my own promo code when I bought them, but I will tell you, if you go to Cozy Earth and put some things in a basket and then you put your email address in there anywhere, they will text you constantly reminding you. And the other day they go 40% off flash sale next 3 hours.
oh my God! Let me know.
I bought 3
I
pairs
want-
of sheets.
I want to buy.
You got some for
sheets.
your birthday too, bitch. They're coming.
Oh,
Surprise.
Cozy Earth.
Your birthday is January 22nd.
You know I have a king
Wow.
I
bed.
got you a king size sheet.
Oh my God!
I got it
need
in
new
light gray.
Bamboo
Why
viscose.
not white?
Why do you like white? You
I
can
like
have my
white.
white ones then. I'll take the stone gray.
I
I,
like-
have white.
I like white sheets.
I'll have to
Mm.
we'll have to bleach them a little bit because there's a
Oh,
little spray tan.
forget
on
it.
them.
I'll take those gray ones.
Okay, they're really nice. You can
Oh
exchange
my
them if you want, but just take the
God,
gray.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I got Lauren some too.
Yes.
They're my new go-to gift. I'm
Oh.
obsessed with them.
Lay
So you're
in
welcome,
the
Cozy Earth.
silken
Wait, I got-
luxury of bamboo viscose.
I get
Yeah, but
excited
that's
to go
not-
to bed
there's
at
no
night.
cotton in that.
No.
There's bamboo is not cotton, and viscose is definitely not cotton.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. Why do you want cotton so much?
I don't know. I can't believe I'm going
I
to love
can't
these.
wait
You've
for
been
you to go
brainwashed.
feel them.
I'm going to get
But
brainwashed.
as an extra gift for both of you, tonight we're going to see
Tyler Henry.
Tyler Henry.
Oh.
I'm
tie.
so excited about it. He is a medium. He talks to ghosts,
Yeah.
people who have passed. And he is the reason, as I've cited on the podcast before, that I believe in an afterlife. Before Tyler Henry, I was
Wow.
on the fence, and now I am so bought in.
It's so going to be fun.
Are you going to
and-
meet him?
Yes, possibly after the show. If he's not too drained. We have
You're
my
kidding.
assistant is best friends with a producer from his show. And so she put us in touch. And I said, please, she goes, do you want to meet Tyler Henry? My assistant said, and I said,
Oh my God.
I mean, I would love to, but like, I've watched his I watched his show, and he gets very drained after these readings. Like it sucks the life out of him.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want is to take any more of his energy. So if he's up for it, we will meet him, or at least I will meet him. I don't know, whatever he wants.
Right.
I don't like to meet people after their shows.
No,
I don't.
I know you don't.
I just want them to be done for the night.
Yeah, because you've been there. You're there.
I like meeting people at a meet and greet, but like if it's just like a celebrity who wants to come by that I like barely know, and it's just going to be an awkward thing after my show, I'd rather pass.
Right.
But I'm excited to just be at his show and see what he does and see people like talk to people that are dead. Yeah, he's playing The Factory, which I played 2 years ago. It's like a 3,000 seater.
Wow.
And everyone there is showing up hoping that he,
of course, talks to
so the
to
whole
their
show
dead
is
person.
he's going to go pick people out of the audience and ask them questions.
That's
about
what I
who they
think
want.
happens.
Yeah, we don't know.
I think he's like, I'm guessing because I've seen things like this where it's like in this section of the room, there's someone coming through.
Yeah.
Something about a top hat and maybe a creek or what, like they'll have some.
That's me.
Yeah. And then you'll try to make it work. And he's
no
like,
matter
no.
That'll be me.
A big
I guess that makes
discounted
sense
clothing.
that like if you could actually talk to ghosts, then you would be able to sell out a 3,000 seat theater. But there's also a part of me that's like, you're profiting so much off of talking to people's desperation to talk to their deceased relatives. There's something slimy about
He
this.
has like 100,000 person waiting list.
No, he has a 600,000.
600,000?
I don't know.
But that's what
I worked for a lot of psychics on like psychic radio. I worked for a pet psychic, Sonia Fitzpatrick, and then I filled in for another psychic on like an entertainment channel. And let me tell you, people call these shows like 2 hours before they even start.
Yeah.
And they feel such relief
They're
after they talk to the
desperate.
psychics.
Yeah.
And
I guess if they feel relief and people find comfort in it, then that's one thing and that's nice.
It's
but
really
to take
really gives
advantage
you
of
comfort.
the desperation is to me
that's
is
all
slimy.
we're doing in this industry. And I don't think he's taking that's why I like Tyler Henry is that if you look at him, you just go, this guy is not in this to
For
be
the money.
famous or cool.
Yeah.
It maybe is a part of it now for him because once you get in the industry, you kind of get like a little bit attached to the fame thing. But he's just a guy with a gift that didn't even want it. It's annoying to him. He was just like a kid in school who would see ghosts and didn't even know what was going on. Thought everyone could see these ghosts.
Right.
And then he starts verbalizing it and people are going, wait a second, my great aunt is named Sylvia. Why did she just tell you that it's okay the kids couldn't come? Or like he would just say like,
and
it's
people
okay
have an
that the kids couldn't
experience
come.
like that. That's the experience that people pay for. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
they're
magician.
willingly participating.
But there are going to be a lot of people who leave being like, why didn't my person come through? I know that's a bummer that he can't get to everyone.
Yeah.
But I think that even just being around people that are experiencing that, it gives you hope that your person is in a place like that, or that you will be in a place like that
and
when you
you'll
die.
maybe someday be able to.
I have a feeling this is the anniversary of Bob Saget's death for 2 years ago.
Like this
January
weekend?
9th. No,
Today?
today.
Oh.
And I was like, if anyone's going to come through, I could see Bob wanting to get a little bit more stage time.
Yeah.
Like if like at a 3,000 seat venue where he can come through
Oh my
and
God.
like be on mic, in the only way he could. I'm like, if anyone in my life would come through, I would think it would be Bob tonight. That's what I'm trying to like put that energy out there.
Put it out there.
But I don't even want to steal anything from anyone because I would much rather someone's son who died of cancer when he was a kid come through than Bob Saget for me because I don't have any unfinished business with Bob. But it would be nice to. I wouldn't be like, go away, Bob. But I'm not showing up being like, I hope I get talked to.
I don't know.
But
I feel like if
we
you could
all
actually
secretly
talk
kinda
to
do.
ghosts, you would be in an insane asylum. Like, because also, can you turn it off? I feel like the real people who can talk
No.
to ghosts are like, there's just constantly ghosts coming at you, trying to get your attention, and you don't know where it's coming from.
No, he has to like scribble on a piece of paper and like channel it. He's got to like tap in. I think it's something that you have to be able, that we could probably all tap into, but certain people are wired to tap into it. Just like certain people are wired to be able to play classical piano and other people aren't. Like it's just a thing.
Brian's not buying this.
I'm not
at
buying
all,
it. I mean, I did a
feel.
podcast for 7 years. I talked to a lot of psychics. I researched a lot of psychics.
I think a lot of
and
them are bullshit.
A lot of them are definitely bullshit. I don't know if this
Most
guy
of them are.
particularly is. But I just feel like if you were actually able to talk to ghosts, you wouldn't also be able to like leverage that to sell 3,000 seats at a theater. I think you'd be like,
But the people around you might be.
look insane. You'd probably be living in a a ratty
And you might
apartment.
be bringing lots of happiness to people when
That's
you
fine.
do that. And
Well,
so
that
that
part of
would
it's
fulfill
fine.
you.
If you're bringing
that's
happiness
what's
to
He
people,
going on.
definitely, Tyler is so like earnest and like
That's what's
invested in
going
these
on.
people and he feels great about it afterwards. And it really is draining to him. Like he has to stay inside and like recuperate. Like he's hungover after he gives these readings.
His mother drives him
Yeah.
to all
I know,
his-
he's so sweet. I
Takes
love
a lot
him
of
so
energy
much.
to
I
he
love
doesn't
his
even
mother.
live with his mother.
I know.
It's
to
so
lie
cute.
for
That
3
show is
hours
amazing.
straight
Life
to
after
people who are
death.
grieving?
No. Brian, we are going to give an update next week's show.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no
It's
way
draining.
this. I just cannot believe that this guy would be full of shit. That's what me. I
don't
do
think
think psychics are full of shit. I've never been to one in my life.
Everyone's
If I was
full
someone
of
who
shit.
bought into this,
I've seen plenty of
Yeah.
psychics that are really good. I mean, John Edwards. I don't know if you
oh, I
remember.
remember we were obsessed with him.
Yeah.
he had a TV show.
Obsessed.
He ran for president in 2004.
Not that one.
That was the other one. Anyway, no.
Yeah, he was good.
I was.
Are you hoping Mimi comes through?
No, I would rather have some other people have. I mean,
Really,
I feel
Mimi?
I feel like she's good to go.
Oh, really? You
Wherever
don't
she
have
is.
any like answers?
I don't feel
or
like
we don't need to
she's,
be like, are you safe?
suffering or
Yes.
say, no, I felt like she died
Yes.
correctly. And
I want to just know what Bob hit his head on. Can you just tell us that,
Can we
Bob?
just get that?
he
Can we
probably
just
hit
get
it
the
on
answer?
the shower. He slipped in the tub.
No, he was not in the tub. There was no
he
evidence
hit
of
the
him taking a shot.
bedpost.
Well, okay. Well, you're offering up a lot of things that are definitely what happened, but they're all different things. So I want to know
I mean,
which one.
oh, he hit his head.
Speaking
How
of
about
Bob
He
Saget,
did. Well, we know that.
wasn't it cool at the end of Chappelle's latest Netflix special? He had in the credits. Did you see the end credits where he showed pictures of him with
Yes,
celebrities?
I sobbed when Bob
Yeah.
Saget's picture came up.
Bob Saget
I don't
and
even
Norm.
know. Chris was like, "Why are you crying all of a sudden?"
Aw.
Yeah, I would started. I don't know what about that does it to me, but it got me. Yeah, that I really liked those credits. It was, I mean, the credits are at the end of Chappelle's special. The song is "I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man."
Yeah.
It's like we know, you know that you're the. There's a lot of bravado going on with Mr.
Sure.
Chappelle, and you
Hey.
know he should.
He's got a
I
logo.
can't imagine
I mean,
putting logos on my necklace, but maybe that's a cultural thing, and the sleeves of my shirt.
Oh, I've never noticed that.
He does that.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you think
Get
of his special, Brian?
I thought it was great. I really, every time Chappelle goes on stage, I think the word that comes to mind is just compelling. Like, I just want to see
Yes.
what he's going to say next. I don't care so much if it's punchline with him, because I'm just interested in hearing what he has to say. At the same time, as a fan, every time it comes out with a new special, I am a little disappointed that I'm not getting his true comedic take on the events of the day like he did in Killing Them Softly and his other special. I want to see in Chappelle's next special, as a fan, I would love to see an hour of stand-up that is a survey of him giving takes on like what's going on in the world, similar to like what Carlin would do or what he used to do, as opposed to him kind of, it's almost like the special is less stand-up and more like church. It's like you're sitting there listening to a sermon that's got funny moments in it, but I'm also like, there's sincere lessons to be learned in his show. And I like that. I was compelled. I watched a full hour without pausing it, without getting up. Most stand-up specials I can't watch in a sitting.
You can't do that. Yeah.
Chappelle's,
No, I agree.
one sitting, I was like, I got to see what he
Yes.
says next. But I would like to see an hour of Carlin-esque, a Carlin-esque hour from Chappelle, or a Killing Them Softly hour from Chappelle.
Well, that's why I like when Burr and Chappelle used to like go on late night talk shows, and you just get little snippets of how they're feeling about this cultural moment right now.
Because they
And you hear
don't
them mouth
usually
up.
put it out there.
Because it
on
doesn't
their
make it to the
specials.
special by the time you get there or whatever. You just get these little like bite-sized moments. Did you see Kimmel's monologue about Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Chris just sent it to me. It's funny. He just came back from break. Kimmel just came back from break last night, I guess.
Yeah.
And is just furious at Aaron Rodgers, who pretty much said
Oh,
something
yeah, I
about
saw
him
it.
being on the Epstein list.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you saw
right.
his monologue about
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And he was like, this guy, he literally thinks because he can throw a football well that he's an intelligent person.
Right.
That somehow your brain is like better than other people's.
Right.
And I really liked that because I'm tired of upholding people for this talent. You don't have any. We don't need to hear your opinions on things.
Right.
Even as a comedian, I'm good at like being.
And he's been hit in the head so many times. We don't trust him.
Well, yeah, that's
Just kidding.
true. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I liked that part because I'm just tired of upholding athletes, especially. I know some of them
Yeah.
are talented, but I don't really. Musicians, I don't really want to hear you talk. Actors, I don't want just stick to what you're good at. And I think people could say the same for me. Like stick to telling jokes. Like we don't need to hear you. And
Ready
I would
to
say
see you
you're
throw a
right.
Football.
Yeah, you
I don't go on your field and throw a football. Why are you speaking words, Aaron?
It was just, he was just. Jimmy does not hold back. He's pissed
No, I
off.
love this.
No.
I
Anger
love older
really
Jimmy.
inspires. Yes,
He's good.
Once he got gray hair in his beard, he became a different guy.
Yes, he's. Yeah, it was refreshing.
No, he had children.
Oh, really? That's what changed him?
He had
No, he had children long
Changed
ago.
who he was.
He has like 25
Oh, does
he
he
has
have older
like
kids?
30-year-old
I
kids.
figured
Yeah.
that.
So
That's
he
funny.
didn't change much. But listen, I'm open to changing someday.
Why?
But I don't think I will.
Maybe
I
you
think
got to
it's too
ask
late.
Tyler Henry about that.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
looking for some
he'll
answers there.
come to you.
Bob Saget tells me to have kids.
If Bob
yeah.
tells
That's his
you,
message from the afterlife.
what would happen if Bob Saget?
I would say easy for you to say Bob as a man.
There you
because
go.
of course I would like to be a dad. That's what I would say. I would
There
do
you
that in
go.
a second, but I'm
you were
not.
a great dad on TV.
Yeah, he was the best dad. He was a great
was
dad.
America's
I
dad.
think that's why we were so also collectively
Loved him.
saddened was because
Yeah.
he kind of, America's Home Videos and Full House.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I definitely, I've been watching a lot of stuff. I watched Saltburn.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
No one's seen it there, right?
No.
Yeah,
Not
I have
yet.
a screener. I haven't watched it yet. What's it on?
Oh my God. It's on Prime.
Okay.
It's free on Prime, but my God. We got to go to break. I'll talk about it when I get back.
All right.
So I saw Saltburn last night. I was home alone and I was like, I'm going to watch this movie that everyone's been telling me, Nikki, you need to watch it. And I've seen one scene where the guy, have you heard of anything about this movie, Mom? It's gay,
No.
right? You know it's gay, a gay romance story.
Oh no, I didn't know.
It's
that.
hardly a gay romance story. I mean, it's a thriller.
Was there a penis in it? Because I remember that from Joe
Lots
Coy's
of-
monologue.
penises? Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. There is a penis in it. What is in it? I mean, the scene that I had heard about, and spoiler alert, if you haven't heard about this, I went in knowing that the scene exists. It didn't change anything for me. A guy jerks off in a tub. He's taking a bath and he ejaculates while he's taking the bath. And then the water is being drained and some guy goes in after him and slurps up the drain. Like puts his mouth on the drain to slurp up
Oh,
Oh, okay.
the cum bath water.
Like for the nutrients?
Yes, he
Okay.
is low on iron and he's feeling peaked.
Mhm.
And so yeah, he gets in there. It's
Well,
a
that's
survival
just weird.
thing. It's just freaky, and you're just like, what is this?
I don't even care to watch it now.
It's stomach turning. That is the least stomach turning thing that happens
Then
my
I don't
God.
really care.
in this.
I don't.
There
need
is
it.
one scene that I was like, I'm someone who says pretty crazy things.
Jeez,
I'm not
don't
shy
tell
about.
us. Don't tell us because don't.
I will just
No
say
one wants to know.
lots of people have seen this movie. The scene where he's in the courtyard with the girl made me sick.
Okay.
Made me sick.
And the other thing
And
didn't.
I think people are trying to think that this was hot.
Oh,
What happened
What is
in that
the
courtyard?
plot of this movie?
The plot is, thank you for asking.
yeah.
Because
There's this guy, Jacob Elordi, who is one of the hottest people to ever live. I remember seeing him. I first spotted this kid in Deep Water, the psychological thriller with Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas that you love.
Oh, yeah.
Frangie.
He was in that?
He's the kid that drowns at the party.
Oh, isn't he? He's also in Euphoria.
Mhm.
Oh, is he?
Oh my
He's
God. All
so
these Euphoria kids.
Good looking.
So hot, and now they're all famous. And I was like, where'd they come from? Like, I see them for the first time in their second or third thing, and everyone's like, yeah, we knew about this person 7
They're a
years ago
household name at
when
that
they were in
point.
season
Yeah.
1 of Euphoria. And I was like, I didn't watch Euphoria. I don't know them.
Jacob Elordi. I pronounced it Elordi when I looked him up the first time. That is wrong. Elordi, I think it is. He's so hot. He's just a striking.
Is he
man.
the one that
And it's about
slurped the cum out of the tub?
He's the one that came in the cup.
Oh,
the tub.
okay.
He is this
Oh my
prized
God.
piece that everyone loves. Women, men, adults, young people, babies, animals. Like he just has this like glow about him, and it's being narrated by a guy who's like, the movie starts out like, did I love Felix? Yeah, I love Felix, but was I in love with Felix? I don't know. And then it takes you back in time to 2006, and it's like a period piece of 2006. So there's like all these 2006 references, and it's Felix and then this other guy Oliver who live at this or who go to Oxford, and it's their freshman year. I believe it's their freshman year. And Oliver takes a liking to Felix, just like everyone does. Everyone loves Felix, but Oliver sees him from afar. And Felix might be a little bisexual. We don't know. Does Oliver have a chance with this guy who's like the most stunning, popular guy on campus? And Oliver's just like this dorky kid who doesn't even have, he has like one friend who's like, and he dresses like Harry Potter on the first day. Like he's a nerd. But then all of a sudden this guy, like through circumstances, becomes actually kind of friendly with him. And now is there like, maybe he's attracted to him, and then it goes from there. We don't know.
Oh my God.
And it gets so wild.
What could be more
texted
crazy than
Anya.
slurping cum from a tub?
That's what I thought. I thought that's where we would peak. That's where it was going to end.
How much crazier than that could it possibly get?
Oh,
I mean,
wish
we're not
I
talking
just
like a
switched
2 girls,
phones.
1 cup situation, right?
No, but it's
I feel like slurping
It's-
cum from the tub is pretty high up there in terms of what you could do in a film. That's
I
not
just
porno.
know that I was texting Anya as I was watching it because I can't watch things without someone, so I had to like be having a conversation, and I was like, make it stop, end this movie, let me out, get me out, please, God,
You've stopped
stop.
movies before and said, I'm not watching anymore.
But this was so close to the ending, and it was so wild that I couldn't believe what was happening. And it's almost like I think that I might actually be pretty prudish, because I think most people watch really horrifying stuff. Like people who watch Saw movies and Hostel and all those things.
Sure.
Hereditary. This movie's nothing to those people. I've read those synopses. I've never seen
Anything like this.
a movie that is marketed to teens and
Wow.
cool kids, like a popularly marketed movie that is this fucking crazy. And it makes
Wow.
me feel good that something's this insane out there, that someone could write in a script this weird of stuff. It almost feels like I Think You Should Leave. Like, you know, when you watch I Think You Should Leave and you go, how? I know I think this is funny, but are the masses going to ever understand this? And you go, oh my God, it's really popular. People get this. It makes you feel good that like, maybe what I'm doing is not so weird if everyone seems to get this. Speaking of I Think You Should Leave, I was at the after party at the Grammys. Not the Grammys, Emmys, Creative Arts Emmys. And they're all Emmys.
They're all me's.
There's too many me, like
me.
Emmy, Grammy.
It's all about me.
Yeah, it really is. And I was at the after party, which was this glamorous event that was in this huge like aircraft hangar thing. And it was one of the
Wow.
most beautiful things I've ever been to. It was like they were
Wow.
shooting it for a movie. It was gigantic. And there's hundreds of people there, probably like 1,000 people in
Wow.
this huge area. There's a band that's playing amazing hits. There's like food everywhere, and there's sparkly lights. It was gorgeous. And there's celebrities all around, and you know, like Jeff Probst. No,
Oh
I don't
my
think he was
God.
there, but
He left early.
yeah. But Sam Richardson,
He was under
who
a
is in
table
I Think You
somewhere.
Should Leave, and Jeff Probst was.
Yeah, because he's so short.
Yeah, that's right. Sam Richardson, who's in I Think You Should Leave, he's also
Oh, damn.
on Veep,
Detroiters.
the black guy on Veep,
Oh,
Detroiters.
yeah. Okay.
I'm a huge fan. I think he's one of the best comedic actors
Nice.
going. I mean, everything he does is so funny. He was in what was he nominated for? He was in Ted Lasso. He played a guy this
Sure.
season on Ted Lasso. Remember, Mom? You're nodding along, but you don't remember.
I don't
But
remember.
he did a great showing on Ted Lasso this season. Anyway, Chris and I are like obsessed with I Think You Should Leave and Detroiters, which he is like one of the co-stars of Detroiters. And Detroiters was on TV in like 2018, 19. Like it's been a while.
I don't know about
It was on
that.
Comedy Central. It's amazing. It was remember when I played you the clip Bick and Bones?
Yes.
That's Detroiters.
Oh, those guys.
Those
that
guys.
guy. Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Canceled
So on
for
my
no
there-
reason at all.
Really?
Well, I think it shouldn't have been. But I can't imagine that show still being on. Right?
Detroiters.
Some
mean-
shows I think just need to end. Like, do you go on forever?
I mean, well, there was one season, wasn't it? Just one season. They
No,
canceled.
it's 3.
It was 3?
Yeah, buddy.
No way.
They gave it a good shot. No, and it's so good. Yeah, there's 3 seasons. You don't even need to Google this. I know this. I'm watching it right now. So at the end of season 2 is one of my favorite scenes ever. They're ad execs that are pitching to Quicken Loans, the bank. And they're both bad ad execs, right? Like they don't know what they're doing. They're trying to make a new ad campaign for Quicken Loans. And it's just a very short scene, but in preparation for this pitch, they're like pitching out on ideas. And Tim Robinson's character just goes, okay, let's think about it. Okay, Quicken Loans.
So that's him.
That's the white guy. The black guy with him is the guy that I'm talking about.
Yeah, what's his name?
Sam Richardson.
Okay.
So Tim Robinson's character is going, Quicken Loans, Quicken Loans, Bick and Bones. And he goes like, that's something. And then Sam Richardson's character is like, why is our first instinct to rhyme everything? And he goes, well, don't question the process. And by the way, Bick and Bones ain't nothing. And so there's just this moment where the first thought is Quicken Loans, Bick and Bones. Cut to, they present this thing. They're presenting to Quicken Loans. And they go, we've come up with a mascot. You guys need a mascot because people want to get a loan, but they don't trust you. If you had a mascot, they'd trust you. And this is several scenes later from Bick and Bones when they said that originally. And then they decide to abandon the pitch and they leave up this poster board that has the mascot like shrouded behind a curtain. And the people in the board meeting are like, well, we got to see what they were going to pitch for this mascot. And they pull back the curtain and it's just a like skeleton that's like wearing a top hat. And his name is Bick and Bones. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And Chris made me sweatpants and a sweatshirt with Bick and Bones on it and the character on it. My phone screen is Bick and Bones because it just makes me laugh all day long. It's just a shitty image because you can't. Oh, he doesn't even have a top hat. He's just a skeleton. For some reason, I thought that. But Bick and Bones, Quicken Loans. I say it all the time. I say Bick and Bones. I'm obsessed. So Sam Richardson, final thought. I'm at the after party. Sam Richardson, which by the way, Chris and I have already clocked that he's there because we were at the event and we're like, oh my God, Sam's here. Oh my God, it would be so cool to talk to him. I've met Sam before years and years ago, probably 2017. Chris and I were broken up. Sam was not Bick and Bones to us yet. It wasn't Detroiters to me. He was just on Veep to me at that time, which was still a huge deal. Right. But I remember meeting him at a party and being very nervous. And I think I bombed on that set at this like house party he was at. It was a weird setting for a comedy show at a house party, but he was really nice to me afterwards. And I think we've maybe DM'd over the years, like just said good job about something, but I don't feel like I know him. I feel a tap on my shoulder. It's him at the after party and was like, Nikki. And I was like, Sam Richardson. And Chris is still walking the direction I was just walking before I turned around. So I grab Chris and I go, Sam. And so Chris is like, Sam knows who you are. Like Chris and I were broken up when I met Sam. So like he wouldn't even know that I know him. And I don't think, it's not something that I'd be like, we've DM'd before, Chris. So it was really cool that Chris was like, wait, why are you talking to our favorite person ever? And then I go, Sam, you won't even believe it. And I go, we are watching Detroiters right now. We're late to the game, but it's the greatest show ever. He's like, oh, that's so awesome. And I go, look at what my phone screen is. And I showed him Bick and Bones, and he was even like, I don't even get that reference. I mean, it was such a nothing moment. If he didn't say that, he was like, that's amazing. I go, my Christmas gift was a sweatshirt with Bick and Bones written on it. So it was just this great moment where I was sharing this very obscure thing from this thing that he did. It was so fun. And I also met Lori Grenier from Shark Tank.
Oh, I love her.
Oh, yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
We were both wearing the same color. We had the same color hair. We kind of looked alike.
I saw your very picture. Exciting. It's so cute.
We were walking out and I was like, should I say something? Like Chris and I both walked by her.
Did
like,
she know who you were?
She did because I presented.
Well, I know, but did she know who you were before that, do you think?
Questionable, but I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't. But it wasn't like I was like.
She came up and was like, oh, you're podcast host Nikki Glaser, right?
Yeah, exactly. I listened to your podcast.
She was so nice, but I was a little bit worried because I wanted to say something to her, but it was the end of the night. We were on our way out and we had just said goodbye to so many people and we kept getting stopped. And it was just like, right. And then I was like, no, I have to say something. Yeah. I have to follow my own rule. If you respect a celebrity, you like their work, you got to tell them. And so I went back and I was like, I put down like all this plates of food that I was stealing to take to my car. And I was like, Lori, I was like, I love you. She was like, oh, you were fantastic. She was like, My heart is comedians. When I see a comedian, I just think my heart. I don't know what that meant,
well, that's
but she
sweet.
loves us. She loves comedians. She loves what female comics especially have done. We all have to stick together. She was
Nice.
Lori's usually I'm out, but she was in.
She was
She
in.
was so in. And she asked for my number. She gave me her phone and she said, put in your number.
That
and I thought,
is-
this is never going to happen. She texted me today and asked for the pictures that we took.
Oh my God.
I know. She's a big fan. She might come see me at the Hollywood Bowl on May 9th with Taylor
hell
Tomlinson
yeah.
and Michelle Buteau and Sarah Silverman. Yes.
Shark Tank.
Taylor Tomlin, it's on that list too.
Yeah.
Wow. When is that?
What a lineup.
When is that?
When
May
is it?
9th. You'll be there.
Can I come?
Yeah, you'll become. It's the Hollywood Bowl. I'll probably never do
Oh,
that
I love
again.
the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, who have you seen there?
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
No.
Who took you there?
You did. You were doing a show and you were sent us to get babysat by.
Yeah, because you guys didn't want to come to the show, and so you were visiting me in LA, and I go, Steely Dan is at the bowl. I'm gonna have Steely Dan babysit you guys for that.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was one of the best
Jack
concerts.
Black, I'd do it again.
Oh my God, we loved it.
I love Steely Dan.
Just so you know,
yeah, so that was cool.
Detroiters, I've done the research now, 2 seasons, 10 episodes
Oh, really?
per season. So it's only 20 episodes total.
Wait, it's
And-
not 3 seasons?
No, it's 2 seasons, and they were hoping for a 3rd season and got canceled. And according to an interview in the IndieWire, Sam
What a
Richardson,
fucking know-it-all I was. Okay.
Sam Richardson not happy about the demise of Detroiters. They really wanted a 3rd season, and then Comedy Central went ahead and fucked it up essentially. And man,
Huge
what a
mistake.
fuck up to have
Because that
Tim
show
Robinson
found its voice right away. It usually takes
Oh my
a
God.
season to figure out what a
It's
show is. That show
hilarious.
is so good.
Can you
Oh my God.
imagine the
I
bidding
think you should
war?
leave as the show you've watched.
Imagine Detroiters
What?
never came out. Can you imagine the bidding war that would occur if Tim Robertson and Sam Richardson for the first time were pitching a show together?
Something right now.
Yeah, something right now. I mean, these guys' stars have skyrocketed. So Comedy Central had
what
this.
is Comedy Central supposed to do if something's not performing well ratings wise? Just keep investing in it. I'm not trying to like be on their side because I get that they've fucked me over too. They've also given me amazing opportunities. But what are they supposed to do, Brian? If people
according
aren't
to
watching
Sam
it, even if it's
Richardson,
gold.
The reason they decided to cancel it despite the fan base is because of low ratings. But Sam Richardson says in the IndieWire interview that it had low ratings because of decisions that Comedy Central made.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah. So like one of the things they did was season 2, they held on to because he believes they were probably trying to shop it to some other network. And then when they didn't find a buyer for it, they did a summer release and it was like up against like sports basically. And so he's like, why would nobody watches TV this way? If they have the opportunity to watch the NBA Finals live or a Comedy Central sitcom, they're going to watch the NBA Finals. And then kind of what happened with Not Safe, they don't put stuff, especially at the time, they don't put stuff online until way after it came out.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do people kept going up to Sam Richardson, according to the article, saying, how do I watch season 2 of Detroiters? How do I watch it? And he goes, well, you have to download the CC app. And that's how you watch it. And of course, nobody's going to do that. A great example of this is the final season of Broad City, one of the most popular shows on Comedy Central of all time. Most people did not watch the final season of Broad City until 8 months after it came on air because it then was released on Hulu. You couldn't see it for 8
Wow.
months. Like Allie is a huge Broad City fan. She watched every episode multiple times. And then the last season came out and she couldn't see it. She couldn't watch it anywhere. It wasn't on anything. And you know that Comedy Central, they used to at least wait an exorbitant amounts of time before they allowed it to be on places like Hulu. And so that's kind of what happened to Detroiters. And then it was canceled and fizzled out. And they would have done a season 3. They were waiting for it.
The way you just said wait, they were going to wait. It sounded exactly like the guy at Stop, like for blind people. Wait. Wait.
No,
Wait.
let me say something, Brian, that it was amazing. You just looked that up and
Synthesized it.
He
and-
synthesized so much in such a little amount of time.
My God.
Well,
that
I
was
had
amazing.
a little bit of the information already in my head because I knew I've read this article before, I think, about this. Because like,
Wow.
why is Detroiters? Why? Only 20 episodes?
Yeah, last time we got done with the podcast, Mom just goes, Brian is so smart.
Well, you just know so much, Brian.
He really
Yes.
does.
And then you just dug that up so quickly. And,
Well, it's
sir-
Google. You don't know how to Google things, so I
Yes,
think that's
I
what's
do. I'm a
confounding
great
you.
Googler.
Yeah.
I thought I was a good Googler, but no.
I learned this
Brian's
with
really good.
whenever I don't know something, I look it up. And I learned this from being married to Allie, where I realized that most people, when they don't know something, they don't go look it up to try to learn it.
Right.
Oh,
Like Allie
I
never
do.
goes to look it up to like if we're driving past the college on the road, it's like like Pierce College, some small college. I'll be like, I wonder what that college is all about. Like how many people go to that college? I'll go look that up and then learn about Pierce College. And Allie wouldn't. So if we're on the road and I'm
Because
driving, I have
that's not
to.
interesting. I think that's
But then-
what she probably
but
would
that's
if she was
why-
interested in it.
But that's why I know about things, because I just whenever I see something like that, I
But
just
you're
look it up
interested.
and then I know it.
Well, you're just interested.
Yeah, and your brain can hold a lot of details and stuff.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. So that must be it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of any
So
other highlights I have from the after party.
Yeah. How long did you stay?
We probably stayed an hour and a half.
Where was it?
It was a pretty long time. It was in downtown LA at the convention center.
Oh, at the center.
And it was
So it's
at
huge.
the center. Yeah,
Massive
sorry.
event.
Yeah, it was
Did you change your outfit?
huge. No, traffic was not bad. Getting down there, there was like a lot. Getting down there, I come from West Hollywood all the way to downtown LA. It was like a 40-minute drive in the car. My dress cannot be wrinkled. So I'm just like, I first sat
Laying.
normally, and then I all of a sudden look down. I'm like, oh my God, it's so wrinkled. And I'm like, oh no, there's a red carpet. Like, the reason you do these things is for the red carpet. You just want to get that photo. The event itself doesn't matter. Everything is about what you post on Instagram, having that photo on the red carpet, saying you were there. Like, I could take 1 million photos in the lobby of my hotel, and it doesn't do what it does if you have a red carpet one. It doesn't speak to the industry. I'm part of this. I'm moving. I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking because it's freezing outside.
Was it?
Yes, but they didn't have a red carpet when I first got there, and I was like, what? Like, sometimes you get to things and they go,
Wait, this
isn't-
happened before.
Yes, it did happen before. I was late for the Critics' Choice Awards carpet, but this time there was no carpet. And I go, there's no carpet? What am I here for? Like, no offense, but like,
Right.
we all want a picture. I've spent $5,000 getting styled for this freaking thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they go, no, it's after. So I did get a red carpet
Whoa.
picture, but it was after I presented.
Oh, so
And
you
so
could
I-
steam your dress out
So
somewhere.
I went, they pulled me to go steam my dress backstage before I presented, an hour and a half before I presented. So I am in these Dolce & Gabbana heels that are amazing. They hurt so. I was standing for an hour and a half before I even
Oh,
went.
my
So this is
God.
backstage standing.
Oh,
And then
jeez.
thank God I had I gave my ladies gave me a blazer to wear with my thing because I was freezing. And then I present the award, and then I have to go walk around and do the red carpet and different press stuff, and then finally back to the seat. And then afterwards we have to walk to the convention center, which is about a quarter of a mile. And
Oh,
it is freezing outside.
my
It's like
God.
Chicago February.
And you're wearing those heels?
Yes, it
Oh.
was. By the time I got to the party, I was like, babe,
I want to go home.
I can't. I go and I was trying to get him to understand. I was like, imagine you caught your foot in a bear trap, and now you have to walk with that on your foot. Like, it's already
Oh my
hurts
God.
just
Oh my
sitting still,
God.
but now you have to walk. Like, I'm so over this. I was hobbled. By the end of the night, I couldn't walk anywhere. I wasn't able to socialize. We had to leave earlier than we probably would have wanted to.
And Chris
though it was-
couldn't carry you?
He could have, but I didn't want to be the girl being carried. I didn't want to be the
No.
girl
Does
who
that
was.
happen in
Yeah,
Hollywood?
you could.
I mean, really?
No, but no, I should have brought flats. Next time I will bring flats. I
Oh.
learned my lesson, but it's like that ruins
You
the
need a
look. though.
bag. You need
Yeah.
a bag that will hold your flats. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
But then your bag ruins your outfit, so you have to have
Yes.
your boyfriend
Yeah.
hold the bag, and then he
And
looks
then
stupid
looks
because
like
his
he's carrying your bag.
Yeah, it's like you can't. Then my bag broke, and Tums and
Oh
Pepto
my
Bismol went flying everywhere
Oh
on the
God.
floor when I was
God.
looking for Chris. I was already walking alone
That's
in this party, and everyone's
embarrassing.
looking at me like that girl's alone.
Oh my
And then
God.
my bag, I felt like the strap
Tums
kind of
and
give way, and then
Pepto-Bismol?
it fucking spilled even more. Yes, all my ID, $100 bill, Tums and Pepto Bismol
What's the story
scattered
there?
everywhere.
Wait, those are tablets, not
No, the Tums like were in a container.
no the liquid Pepto-Bismol.
No little tablets.
Okay, all right.
But still, it was just everywhere on the
Couldn't
carpet.
get
So
worse.
embarrassing because I was already looking alone at a party, like a girl looking for someone for like a really long time. And I could tell people were like, well, she looks sad and desperate, but I kind of didn't care. But then my bag broke and I really
cares?
didn't care.
Could have been worse.
But
Could have
I-
been like gas X and Imodium or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could. There
Or
could have been
drugs,
horrible
could have
things
been
in
coke.
there. Yes.
that
Coke would have been
yes.
not embarrassing at all.
Yeah, that would have been. People would have been like, "Let me get in on that. She's
Yeah.
cool.
All of a sudden,
I'll
the
be your
weekend's
friend."
talking to me.
You don't have to be lonely anymore, little girl.
I would have been talking to people already if I was on coke. I was so not in that frame of mind of like,
Yeah.
when your feet hurt, when you're in pain, like I said before, you have a headache, you should get out of life. If you're in pain
With your
there's
feet,
no,
End
you
it.
don't want
Don't
to
go
do
to work.
anything. And I looked around trying to find Chris at this thing.
Where was he?
I said to Chris, I go, I can't find you because imagine every woman is dressed in the same dress. Imagine how difficult that would be, even though we're all different sizes and have different color hair.
Right.
Imagine how impossible it would be to find you.
Everyone's in a
Every
tux.
man is in the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Which I feel bad for you guys because you can't
Now, where
express
was
yourself.
he? Where was he?
He was, because he had so many people there. I sent him off a lot of times because I was like,
Oh,
I just want to
I
stay at this
see.
table. And he
I
would
see.
come back for me, but then I would wait, and I'd go, actually, I think I can walk. And I'd start just like tiptoeing
Oh,
around.
it's all about you moving
Men
around.
can express themselves. Timothy Chalamet, he was wearing a chocolate themed suit
That's true.
from Tom Ford.
He would have.
Oh, Kid
found
Cudi
him.
was all. I was like, I told someone his wife or girlfriend is the only person who can find him because he was wearing this bedazzled, sequined pink tux, and I was like, what a lucky lady.
Yeah.
Can you
for
believe
her.
Set Chris up in that.
there was an event where at the same event they were celebrating SaltBurn, where a guy slurps up cum from a tub, and Wonka. It's the same event. We're giving awards out.
Was Saltburn being celebrated?
I don't know. I thought it got
Did
an
anyone
award.
win awards for it?
I was mentioned anyway.
Yeah, as a
That's
joke.
all it needs to be.
I think you need to see it. It's so nuts.
I probably will see this.
It's nuts. So Dad will be uncomfortable because it's GAY,
Yeah.
and I just think straight men are still not on board with that.
They get nervous.
They should be. I like that this is, but it's
I love
what?
he's going,
But I mean, even Dad's friends made a comment about that guy with nail polish on that was on our show.
Mhm.
No, those were neighbors, older neighbors.
Okay, Dad's older neighbors, people that Dad was playing ping pong with or something.
Oh, they said something.
There was a
That's
gay
right.
man on We Are Family who won $75,000 because he guessed my name, and he had painted nails. He wasn't even like a flaming. It doesn't
Not
even
at all.
matter.
A lot of
He's just a
straight
guy
guys
with
do it
painted
now.
nails. And
Yeah, that's what I
these
said.
people came up. My dad was like hanging with some old men, and they were like, "Oh, I bet you really wanted to hug that guy." They were like making homophobic jokes.
Yeah.
About
Weird.
this guy. And my dad was like, I did want to hug him. He was amazing.
Yeah.
He was the nicest guy ever. And he just won a
Exactly.
bunch of money because he guessed my daughter's name. And they were like, oh, I bet you did. He would have loved that. And it's just like, kid, what is this?
Weird.
Buddy comedy from 1988? I like don't even know who talks like that anymore.
Yeah. That was
And they're
strange.
nervous.
It's
It
really
made them
eye-opening.
nervous.
Yeah.
Only a few
Yes.
more years until it's a thing of the past because those people
I
will
don't
be in the
know. Oh,
grave.
yeah, because they'll be dead. That's true. All right. Well,
Right.
silver
Noah.
lining Noah over here.
Yeah.
I know.
She's looking to the future.
She is.
She's raising the next generation.
I know.
Yeah, but the next
kid's gonna
generation
come
will
out
have
with
their own
painted nails.
thing that sucks too. Everyone says that like over the course of time, the racist people will die and then we'll eventually reach this nirvana. But every generation is going to have some shit that they suck and they need to die for. And it'll never end. It's just going to be endless generations of shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
It's true.
Well, because we're
Probably.
all jealous of the younger generation because
A
they're
little bit because they're younger.
younger, and
3
so you have to make
generations
it
from
about
now, there's
the-
going to be so many gay guys that the straight people will be the minority, and then they're going to be weird and nervous around the straight guys.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
That's going to be.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Let's get there. All right, guys.
We'll be dead.
We will be back next week to talk about Tyler Henry that we're going to see tonight. I can't wait. So stay tuned for that. And next week we are also going to be on the road. Brian and I are going to be in Fort Pierce and Daytona Beach, Florida, Friday and Saturday. That's the 19th and 20th of January. Come see us there. Can't wait to meet you guys.
What's
we'll
that
do meet and
show
greets
in
after the
May?
show. The May show?
That's
At
the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, the Hollywood Bowl, May 9th. If you're in the
Oh,
LA
yeah.
area, plan a trip to LA around it. You get to see me, Taylor Tomlinson, Michelle Buteau, and Sarah Silverman. That's going to be
Unbelievable.
insane at the Hollywood Bowl. Iconic. I can't even believe it.
It's so
I don't even know. I don't know what order we're going in. That'll be
Oh,
weird.
that'll
We'll
be
draw
really
straws, I
interesting.
guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's always like a weird thing where you're like, whose ego is going to prevail on this? Who?
Yeah.
We all want to be in the closer position because we'd all like to think we're like the best because the closer is
Who
probably
is it
the
again?
best
It's
person on the
Michelle
show.
Buteau, Taylor Tomlinson, Nikki Glaser.
Me and Sarah Silverman.
Sarah
I'll probably
Silverman.
open. I feel like I will take the hit as the least famous person of all those people. I don't care.
I don't
think-
even know who Michelle Buteau.
But
I think Sarah
you wouldn't know who I
Silverman
was
maybe
either,
goes-
but I'm your
is
daughter.
the closer. Sarah Silverman probably closes.
Yeah.
She's got the most.
She'll close.
Yeah, we'll
experience.
see. I'm okay with opening. I'll open. That'll be fine. I just want to be able. I want to sing at some point in that place.
Oh.
I think we need to do a
Oh,
musical
yeah.
thing. I might get the
Oh.
girls together to come up with some kind of fun closing thing.
That's
Mm-hmm.
so
That sounds fun to me. I don't
Yes.
know. We'll see. All right, guys, get those tickets and don't be cut and just watch SaltBurn and let me know what you think.